Wonderful. Okay. All right, so we're going to start off sat down. We're just going to start with some breath work. I'm sat on my my cushions underneath here, and I've just put a cushion on my lap just so that I've got somewhere to support my hands, but your hands in your lap, on your knees, wherever it feels comfortable. Okay, so we're going to start sitting nice and tall and focusing on the flow of breath. So bring all of your attention into your breath, focusing on that sensation of the air as it comes into the body, how the chest and shoulders lift up, how the belly expands. And on the out breath, how the shoulders fall. Maybe as you breathe out, you need to soften the muscles of the face and the neck. Allow them to relax. Now take a very deep breath, filling all the way through the chest and expanding deep down into your belly. As you exhale, force all of the air out. Good, and we're going to move into our first posture. So this practice is about restoring the body, calming the nervous system as well. So all of us, our postures need to be fully supported. The first pose we go into is child's pose. So using pillows or cushions, place them in front of you, and you want your head to be supported. Your head can come down onto the floor if that's right for you, but you want to feel fully supported. So cushions are really great to do that because they'll allow you to come down, rest the head. And remember as well, you need space to allow your breath to flow gently. So if you need space for your organs, for your body to sit on the legs, take the knees a little bit wider, come into a wide knee child's pose. And that gives you space to sink down towards the floor, resting that head. And let the shoulders and let the body relax. And again, we're going to be here for a little bit of a while. So just get yourself comfortable, adjust your position and rest. gently bring yourself up. And bring the knees in. Sitting your hips on top of your knees. We're going to use some cushions out in front to open up through your shoulders. So take your body forwards, elbows onto your cushions, and then sink back through your shoulders. And again, come down so that you're supporting. So maybe your hands are on a higher pillow, but you have an extra pillow down here to rest your head. Okay? So play around again with your position. We're going to be here again for a number of breaths. Once you're in your position with your breath, bring your breath slow and steady, really lengthening through your inhale and extending your exhale. So let's come down, push back into those heels and drop the head down. Feel this opening up through your shoulders. Slowly, gently bring yourself up into seated. We're going to take the legs out in front and place our cushions in between the legs. So we're looking for the cushions to probably sit as close as your knees at the very most. Okay. Now we're going into the caterpillar posture here, which is a forward fold. But again, we want to be supported. Now if your fold is not too big, okay, that's okay here. But if you can, try to stack your pillows or use a book or so to come into a position like this, where there's a little bit of support, okay? Doesn't necessarily have to support your full body, but just better than hanging, have a little bit of support. So find your comfortable position for your caterpillar, whatever that might be. Play around with your cushions and your blankets, roll the blankets up, fold the pillows. Whatever that looks like, take a deep breath and allow yourself on the exhale to sink deep down into your caterpillar posture. Again, slow and steady breaths. Every out breath, we're going to bring calmness through your body. Calmness through your nervous system, calmness through the mind, and bring a real beautiful sense of relaxation into your body in the caterpillar pose. Slowly, slowly bring yourself up into seated. Okay, so we're coming into a twisted posture. We're going to lie down on the floor for this, but you want two soft things, so two cushions. One is going to go by the side of your knee and the other is going to go between your knees. You might want to pad extra up depending on your movement, okay, but once we get down there, then you can adjust and place your props where you need them. Okay, so let's lie down onto the floor. Place one cushion between your knees. Take the hands out to the side of your body and then roll your knees over towards the pillow that's next to your knees. Now, if your knees don't come down, stick an extra cushion or a blanket, really tuck it in close to the bum so that that leg feels supported, and you can lie in this position feeling really, really comfortable. Now the back here is nice and long, so flatten out that back and just allow your body to really find the floor here, find its grounding deep down into the floor. And as we breathe, I want you to think about expanding all the way through your rib cage, feeling the side waist expand. And as you exhale, feel like you're sinking deep down into the floor, safely, safely releasing any tension, any worries, any feelings that you might be having in this really bizarre situation we all find ourselves in at the moment. So just let those thoughts, those negative feelings, those self-created assumptions, whatever it might be that's holding on to you, just let it all go with your breath. Slowly, slowly bring the knees to centre. Just pop that cushion between the knees over to the side for a minute. And I want you to take a moment to hug the knees into your chest. Now we're going to spend a moment here bringing our attention into a very specific mindful moment. Our practice is very, very restorative. It's very, very releasing. We're going to let gravity do the work, and it takes the tension away from the body. We use the breath to allow ourselves to release tension. So now we're going to place our mindful attention into our current feelings and current emotions. Now please don't be concerned if over the next few moments that you find yourself becoming quite emotional. You may even cry, okay, and that's completely fine. Because what I want you to do is, as you squeeze and hug your knees into your chest, I want you to bring your attention deep down into your current feelings and emotions. Think about the things that are worrying you. Think about the things that are frightening you. And draw your attention into the emotion that is associated with that thought. So if you're currently feeling a little bit frightened over this current situation of COVID-19, if you're feeling alone because of isolation, if you're feeling scared and worried about friends and family, those thoughts are very much connected to an emotion. Fear, worry, loneliness. I want you to draw all of your attention now into that emotion, because we're about to let it go. But before we can let it go, we need to accept it and acknowledge that it is there. These sensations, these feelings, these emotions, they're very normal, they're allowed. We're allowed to have these. So think about your current feelings and focus into that feeling. Feel those feelings. And with every breath, next 4 breaths, focus into those feelings. Now as we move into the next posture, which is the lying twist on the other side with the cushion between the knee, as you breathe in, I want you to take a mindful moment to inhale and say your feeling. Inhale, I feel sad. You don't have to say it out loud, but say it in your head. Inhale, I feel lonely, I am frightened. Acknowledge and accept the feeling that you have in this moment. And then as you exhale, think to yourself, I release this emotion. I release this fear. I release this loneliness. I accept this fear. I accept this emotion. So give yourself a mindful moment where you release and let go of these emotions that we hold inside. So bring yourself into your physical posture, placing the pillow on the other side, pillow between the knees, arms open. We roll over, get comfortable physically, and then bring the mind back into those emotions. Inhale and recognize your emotion, and exhale and let it go. going to take a really deep breath in, and as you exhale, say to yourself, I let go of whatever emotion it is that you have. Take the cushion from between the knees, roll the knees to the chest, and then gradually roll your body up. Good. Hope you feel good after that. All right. Okay, so we're coming over onto our front. We're going to go into the deer pose. Okay. So with the deer pose, I want you to sit with your cushion to the side of you and your legs are in your pretzel posture. Okay. So we are going to place cushions just to the side of us. Our back leg, we're going to extend it away, and you can adjust that if you want to. And then we twist the body around towards the pillows. Now this might be a big stretch for you just here. And if that's the case, that's fine. Stay upright, supported on your hands. However, if you wish, you can come down onto your pillows just down here. So find the position that feels comfortable. We've got to twist through the body. For me, I absolutely love this posture. It feels really beautiful in my back. And when I combine it with my breath, so I inhale and I'm imagining that my breath is going deep down into my lower back and all the way through my spine. As I exhale, I feel that I'm just sinking deeper down into the twist and into the cushions, and I really release my back. It feels amazing. So lying down, gently using your breath. Gently rise all the way up, and then change your feet round. So come into your posture, or my back is to you now, but into your pigeon pose on the other side. So you're facing the other way, pigeon pose here. Extend that leg out if you want to. Chest comes round, and always pause here before you come down. Just feel how that feels. Does it feel good? And if it does, start to lower yourself down, stopping wherever you need to. And if you can come down onto your cushions, your pillows, lovely. Just rest down. Hello, Tilly Cat. bring yourself up. You're going to leave your cushions where they are, turn your body round so your legs are extended away from your cushions. You're going to go into an assisted fish pose now. So we want the head to be off the back of the pillows but touching the floor, and the arms are going to be open at the side of the chest. So you'll need to adjust your cushionings so that you get this really nice big arch through your chest and your belly. And then we open the arms out, letting them gently drop down towards the floor if we can. If they don't, feel free to adjust them or put cushions underneath the elbows to give them support. But this is a beautiful chest opener. We're going to take 5 very big, long breaths in this posture. So get yourself settled. And then I want you to inhale for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your breath here, brace it and hold it deep inside. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time, take a really deep breath in a little bit more if you can, and hold. And slowly exhale, allow all the air to leave your lungs, leave through the abdomen, and allow soft, gentle breaths to return. If you're comfortable in this position, you're going to bring the legs into a reclined butterfly, so the feet come together and the knees drop out. If you want to come off your cushioning, that's completely fine as well. So choice is yours, with that cushions underneath the back or without. We let the knees drop. Gently bring the knees in together, rock them side to side. And then bring yourself up to seated. We're going to orientate our cushioning now So it's horizontal on the mat. And what we're going to do is we're going to place this right behind the kind of the mid chest. So it'll look like this. Okay, so it's here. You can choose how many cushions you want. Alright, the head's going to be resting down on the floor, and our hands to start with are going to be extended overhead. So come on down, placing that pillow right behind your shoulder blades. Legs are extended, and it should feel like a really beautiful stretch. And then once we take the arms overhead, oh, now that is a wonderful stretch. We're going to make this an active stretch right now. So we're going to push the fingertips away. Really lengthening through the body here. Big, long length through the body. And then release the tension through the fingertips and bring the elbows down in line with your shoulders back to a heart opener. Position. Bringing the feet as close to your bottom as you can. Lift your hips up and now pull your cushion down towards your hips. So we're coming into an assisted hip bridge here. So the cushions are under your hips. You're going to rest those hips back down. So we're in the hip bridge position, but our hips are fully supported. Palms face up. And this time I want you to think about deep breath down into your abdomen. So every time you breathe in, I want you to feel the belly expanding up and sinking down on the exhale. Are stable and your cushioning is secure enough, bring the feet off the floor, drawing the knees first into your chest briefly, and then extending the legs up high so they sit above your hips. This is our leg up position. This is really, really beautiful for helping to us help the detoxification process, but also it's so relaxing, it's so calming. Gently bring those feet down to the floor. Lift the hips and push your pillows further down the mat so they sit just underneath your knees. Rest your knees on top of your pillows. If you want more pillows than what's there at the minute, feel free to place them there because we now find ourselves in Shavasana. There's space between the feet and the hands are palm face up, but gaps between the body and the hands. In your Shavasana pose, we bring stillness to the mind. So as you lie here, I want you to focus on your chosen anchor. That might be the flow of breath in and out through the body, feeling the sensation of the air as it comes in and out through the nose. It might be on the rise and fall of the chest, Or you may choose to anchor upon the music. Whatever your chosen anchor, bring your attention 100% into that anchor. As other distractions, be they thoughts or physical distractions in the environment around you, as they happen, let them happen and let them be. Because your attention is completely into your anchor.
very gently start to bring movement into your body, beginning in the fingers and the toes. Take a really deep breath into the body and quickly exhale. And slowly, slowly bring yourself up into seated, keeping the eyes closed for a minute. Sitting nice and tall, like there's a golden thread from the top of the head and someone's lengthening you up through the spine. If you do have glasses on, just take them off and pop them down in front of you for a minute. As we bring the palms together and we generate some heat. Creating energy between the palms. Placing the palms now onto the eyes and allowing the energy into the eyes. We open the eyes, take the palms away, we allow in the light. Namaste to you all. The divine light in me bows to the divine light in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you, girlies.
Yeah, I like that.
You like that one?
Yeah, it was really good.
Good, good, good. You are very, very